What's up and good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. Today we've got something that I'm very excited for. As y'all know, I own a lot of property. You can see all the acreage out there, all the acreage up that way, all the acreage back that way. But one of the main reasons I bought this house is because of what we're standing in right now, and that is the lawn. A lot of the big acreage properties I looked at didn't have big green lawns, and this was one of the big selling features on why I bought this place. But with that comes a big responsibility. At my previous house, I had a landscaper, took care of everything. I never needed to mow the lawn, never needed to bring out the weed eater, none of that stuff. But living all the way out here, it's very, very expensive to have a landscaper come out here once a week or every other week or whatever. And the problem with my grass is it grows very, very fast. And unfortunately, if I don't mow it regularly, which is almost really twice a week is what it needs, it grows really, really tall. I run the riding lawnmower out here. It ends up leaving big clumps. It doesn't mulch up right. And then I have a not so healthy and happy lawn, and that's not good. Now, with running multiple companies as well as endless projects at the ranch, it was just becoming too much for me to keep up with. And I swear the folks over at Ecovacs must have been listening, and they sent out what I think is going to be our solution. What we have here is the Ecovacs GOAT 01000 LiDAR Pro. This is a robotic lawnmower. Much like the robotic vacuums we use in our house, why not adapt similar/better technology to take care of our yards? I'm excited to get this unboxed and see if this is actually going to be the solution I hope it is. Power cable, a few other accessories, as well as our instruction manual. One of the other things I'm excited for is the size of the unit. Now, my yard isn't huge, and I actually use a riding lawnmower. However, my yard has a ton of curves that the riding lawnmower doesn't necessarily like to make. Setup is super simple. You just download the app, scan your device, press and hold the power button for 3 seconds. Let the app know the device is powered on. You can set your PIN number if you'd like. Press and hold the power button for 3 seconds. Connect to your Wi-Fi. Then you get to name your robot. Let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think we should name this thing? The included charging base station is super rad, and they even include these little anchors to screw it into the ground if you're gonna set it up in your grass. They do recommend this living in your grass, but I'm gonna see if it works here right off the edge of the new walkway that we poured recently, as it keeps it more out of the way. So we'll click start mapping. The robot's gonna exit its station, and then we'll manually move it to the grass to set a starting point. Drive it with the joystick. While you watch me run around and map the yard, let's talk about how this thing actually navigates. So it's got a holoscope 360-degree LiDAR navigation system. Now this guarantees accuracy to about 3/4 of an inch, even at night. And the best part about it is you don't need a complex system that has a GPS you have to put in the yard, or God forbid the old systems where you actually had to run wires around the perimeter of your yard. And if you want to see something crazy, check out how well this system worked, making a 3D map of my yard. Now that we are fully mapped, we can start mowing, and like I told you guys, look in that right corner over there. My lawn is not just a nice rectangle, it is quite complex. Now, this is my first robotic lawnmower, and I didn't know what to expect in terms of how noisy these things would be. It's currently mowing. Let's put the microphone right next to it. That's currently mowing. That's currently mowing. That's insanely quiet. Now, even though my lawn is pretty dry right now, you can see the mower still will lay down some stripes. One of the things I really like about it is you can switch the direction up. So you can have it change weekly on its own, or you can set the direction you want the mower to work in. Now, obviously my grass isn't too long, but you can see here with it actively mowing, we don't have any more of those clumps that I was dealing with the riding mower. One of the other cool things is you can actually pull up the camera on the mower to see what it's doing. It's a great way to track where it's at in your yard, any obstacles that it's encountering, and honestly, it's kind of just fun to see what it does. I have to say, I was honestly worried about the height that this mower was gonna cut. And in advance of this thing showing up, I actually cut my lawn a little shorter than I normally keep it. But I'm happy to see that through the app, you can adjust the mower height. Something that's very important with a robotic lawnmower, I mean, this thing has spinning blades. You want it to be pretty smart. And that is its obstacle avoidance system. You can see here I have a dog toy in the way. It senses it and goes around it. One thing I didn't even know existed on robot lawnmowers was a built-in edge trimmer. There's been countless times I pulled out my gas-powered weed whacker and there's been something wrong with it, and I spend more than an hour trying to fix the dang thing before I can even get started on edging my lawn. Now, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw the size of the trimmer on this thing, I thought it was more of a gimmick than anything. But I gotta say, when this thing fires up, you definitely know she's trimming. Not only is it strong and powerful, but it is significantly quieter than using a gas-powered trimmer. Now you can see over there, my cat has become very curious about the mower, and it was trimming right now and it actually shut off because it detected that there was an animal in the area. Does the same thing with people as well. What's cool about having accurate mapping is this area right here is all weeds, and I actually don't want this thing running in there and then bringing seeds from the weeds back into my lawn. So it's actually gonna go around the section that is weeds until I can grow real grass over there. We're gonna watch it work here for a second, and my lawn is not perfectly smooth or flat. In fact, it's quite lumpy, especially from years of driving a riding lawnmower over top of it. Certain areas of the lawn get saturated, and because the mower is so heavy, it sinks down, and again, it creates a very uneven lawn, and I wasn't sure how the mower was gonna handle it, but it seems to not be fazed by it at all. While this mower is small in stature, and it has about an 8-inch cutting radius, you'll notice it basically does 2 passes to make sure it overlaps its cut and it doesn't end up missing a spot. We'll bring you guys down so you can see this is all of the cut area right here, and then about that line right there is where it hasn't cut yet. And I am thoroughly impressed with just how nice and even this cut is. You could probably see it better from this angle. Again, there's the cut section that way. This is where it still needs to cut. For being straight out of the box, this thing has been working awesome. First impressions, I think this is gonna be exactly what I needed out here to stay on top of my lawn. And as we all know, the more consistently you mow your lawn, the healthier it's gonna be, the less weeds you're gonna have growing in it. It's insane how quiet that thing is, just watching it work in the background right there. I could still film this video, I don't even have to talk loud. Now, obviously nothing in this world is perfect, and there are pros and cons to this mower. During initial setup, it got a little bit confused, and it would take off from its dock station and just kind of sit here and think a little bit and then return to the docking station. It doesn't do that anymore, and I'm not really sure why it ever did. Now, assuming you have a pretty normal shaped lawn, unlike my crazy complex lawn over here, I highly doubt you'll have any issues with setup, and I bet the automated setup does great. I just opted to manually map my yard. Again, because it's complex, there's a bunch of areas where the mower could drop off. And speaking of drop off, the mower doesn't particularly like this area right here where it has this little lawn edging. I think I need to map this area better because sometimes it goes over the edge and past it, and then it fights coming back over a little bit. And I don't think that's as much of a con as it is a mapping error on my part. One of the modes that I wish this mower had, and I'm sure they could add it later with a firmware update, it is I wish it automatically went out and did the edging first, then came in and mowed. I did find in the scheduling you can schedule them separately, but I just wish it was just automatic. It would go around, do the edges first, and then come in and mow the center. But as of now, owning this thing for, a few hours, those are the only cons I can really think of. And when I started today, this thing had about 70-something% battery. I didn't let it fully charge up because, well, I was excited to get it going and I wanted to make this video for you guys. And it got about half of my lawn done before it went back to charge itself. Cool thing is, like a robotic vacuum, goes back to its charging station, charges back up, and starts back where it left off. Now, do I think I'll never have to touch my lawn again because I have this? Of course not. But this is gonna handle like 95 or more % of the maintenance that this lawn needs. And then of course I'll have to come back and probably touch up a couple of areas. So if you're an extremely busy homeowner like I am, and taking something like mowing your lawn off your to-do list is gonna free up a ton of your time, the Ecovacs Goat O1000 should definitely be at the top of your list. They are not cheap. However, if you factor in the amount of time you spend mowing your lawn a month, it's gonna pay for itself. The thing's an investment. Remember when we talked about that LiDAR being able to work day or night? Well, the sun is setting behind us, and on its first maiden voyage, the mower still has a little bit to cut here. So it's a good thing that it can work into the night. Now, a few other things to note that don't particularly apply to my lawn, but might apply to your guys's. You've probably seen the aggressive tires on this thing, which means it can go up to a 24-degree slope while it's mowing. One of the other rad things that I may or may not experiment with later is that you can set different zones. Now here at the ranch, I really only have a backyard grass section. However, I do have other areas that it would be cool to set this thing to go mow. And again, due to that LiDAR, it can get through pathways as narrow as 31 inches unassisted by a human. So if it needs to go around from the back of your house to the front of your house, or even navigate small walkways around your yard, it can do that no problem. And you may notice the mower found an accidental little treat that I missed cleaning up in the yard. Good thing is this is IPX6 rated, so I can go ahead and spray that off and get her nice and clean. Super stoked to have the Goat O1000. A huge thank you to Ecovacs for sending this out. I'm gonna keep you guys updated on this thing. First impressions being what they are, I'm not the most technologically advanced guy in the world, and the fact that I can figure it out and get this thing running pretty dang good straight out of the box means they've got a solid product. So I'm gonna put a link down in the description if you guys would go ahead and check them out. Ecovacs has quite an array of products as well. And for anybody wondering, my yard here is just shy of 4,000 square feet. This will do that and more. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I'd be honored if you guys could like, subscribe, comment on this video. And again, don't forget to check out Ecovacs. Y'all are the best. I'm out.
Damn.